Good morning, Tindley Summit Academy. Happy Friday. Welcome back to another morning meeting with Mr. Gavin and Miss Cowan. It was a great week here at the summit. We only have 1 week left before winter break. Woo! Let's finish out this week strong. Let's make next week go on to a restful and restorative break. We have a couple announcements before we get started with the fun stuff. The first one is there's going to be a Being Safe online live stream with Mr. Henderson and Miss Smith on December 17th at 6 to 7 o'clock. Make sure you check that in. It's just some tips about staying safe online. And then, as always, make sure you come to class every single day. We need you guys on in the morning and in the afternoon. You will not be counted present unless you are in both of your sessions. So make sure that you are in class in the morning and in the afternoon, or whatever your schedule is. If you have multiple sessions, make sure you attend them so you can be counted present. And Mr. Henderson and Miss Smith don't have to call your parents and annoy them. Make sure you show up for class. Miss Cowan, go ahead.
Okay, so this first announcement is directly from Mr. Jacobs, so I'm reading this as Mr. Jacobs. Scholars, you have PE on Fridays. The activities are uploaded on Schoology under virtual learning week of December 7th. There is a video, an activity, and a discussion assignment. I'm excited to see your responses. If you have any issues or questions, reach out to me on Teams or email. I miss you all, Coach Jacobs. And then just another announcement regarding virtual learning. We just want to remind you that this is school and there are some etiquette things that we need to follow. We wouldn't allow you to lay down in the classroom during learning, so you need to be sitting up, not laying down. It's also super important that you are wearing appropriate clothing. That just means, gentlemen, we want you to have a shirt on. Ladies, make sure that the important parts are covered up. Just that it's appropriate. If you wouldn't wear it to school, then we don't want to see it on the camera. Also, it is super important that your cameras are on. This is a form of engagement. This is also a way our teachers are able to monitor that learning is happening. We understand if you step away to go to the bathroom or something, you can turn that camera off, but during learning times, we do need that camera on. And also, we would not allow you outside of snack time to be eating in class. So please make sure that you have breakfast before your classes start. You eat lunch during that lunchtime. You have some time off of camera, so make sure you're eating during those times and not during class, as it does take away from your learning time. Hey, Mr. Cowan.
Nope, I beat you. Ha. Hey, Miss Cowan.
Yeah, Mr. Gavin.
I got a shout out.
Shout out.
This first shout out comes from Miss Howard, and it goes to Cedrea Dry, who is always going above and beyond in math, always working hard, and is someone that Miss Howard can always count on to be in class and to carry the learning. So let's give Cedrea 2 claps on 2. 1, 2. I got a shout out.
Shout out.
This shout out also comes from Miss Howard, and it goes to Yasmin Alvarez, who is always eager to learn, is always in class, always trying her best, and is always participating for Miss Howard. So let's give Yasmin 2 claps on 2. 1, 2. I got a shout out.
Shout out.
This also comes from Miss Howard. She wants to shout out all of our 2nd and 3rd grade scholars who had a perfect attendance this whole week. And that is Rihanna Freeman, Destiny Griffin, Noel Hunter, Ari Monroe, Taj Rowland, Peyton Brooks, Darius Hurd, Harmony Maxey, Charlie Rick Reynolds. So let's give those 10 scholars 2 claps on 2. 1, 2. Whew. I got a shout out.
Shout out.
This shout out comes from Mr. Jacobs and is tied into announcement. He wanted to shout out Mackenzie Foley, Jason Pope, Aiden Monroe, Brenton Johnson, Jamel Bullock, Lexi Tyler, and Kendrick Torrance as being the 7 scholars that turned in the PE assignment last week. Excellent job to those 7. To the rest of you, make sure that you get them in as well. Let's give those 7 scholars 2 claps on 2. 1, 2. One last shout out. I got a shout out.
Shout out.
This one comes from Miss Dean, and it goes to one of her scholars who is always volunteering to read. She is always in class every single day. And Miss Dean is just so proud of how far the scholar's reading has come and how confident she is in her reading. And that is London Dixon. Let's give London 2 claps on 2. 1, 2. Excellent job, guys.
I got a shout out.
Shout out.
This shout out comes from Miss Verdew. She wants to shout out Hamza, Sophie, and Skylar for being great teacher helpers this week. So let's give them 2 claps on 2. 1, 2. I got a shout out. You're muted, Mr. Gavin. I got a shout out.
Shout out.
This shout out comes from Miss Scott. Miss Scott would like to shout out to Leah Moore for always actively participating and supporting her classmates, encouraging them to do their best. So let's give Talia 2 claps on 2. 1, 2. I got a shout out.
Shout out.
Miss Hogan would like to shout out our culture and climate team for helping 2nd and 3rd grade with the parent calls, just keeping that communication going, but it took a little bit off of the teachers' plates. So let's give our culture and climate team of Mr. Henderson, Miss Martin, Miss Hayes, and Miss Smith 2 claps on 2. 1, 2. I got a shout out.
Shout out.
Miss Hogan would also like to shout out 2nd grade for their perseverance with writing their responses in the allotted time that she gives them with more than 80% accuracy in their responses. This has been a learning curve for our 2nd graders typing their answers, but they have just kept with it and they're getting better and stronger each day. So let's give 2nd grade 2 claps on 2. 1, 2. I got a shout out.
Shout out.
This shout out is from Miss Hogan again, and she wants to shout out the 3rd grade scholars who are logging in every day and every class period and are ready to learn because they know that knowledge is power. So for those 3rd graders who are keeping busy with all of those classes every day, every class period, let's give them 2 claps on 2. 1, 2.
Is that it?
That's it.
All right, that was a lot of shout outs this week. Let's get this thing warmed up nice and hot like the weather today. It may not be that warm, but it's better than the 30 and snow that's coming. For your hard work being prime examples of what a Tindley Summer Scholar should be inside and outside of the classroom, we would like to offer you
the official
That is it from us for this week. We hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Come back next week. Let's work hard for one more week and then have a great, restful, restorative Christmas break. And hopefully we'll be seeing you guys soon back in the building. That is it for us today. Have a great day today.
At the summit.
Because we